Hi students, friends, good afternoon to all. I welcome you all on this basic civil engineering lecture. So in last lecture, we have seen the introduction part of this unit, this particular subject. Here we have seen the scheme of the subject, how the mark has been distributed for the theory, then for the practicals, then for the ESC examination, for the ISC, ICA and ISC and IC examination. Then we have started seeing the syllabus. Unit number 1, we have seen what are the contents there. Unit number 2 also we have covered. And then unit number 3, this part I think this is also over to see or not. I think this is not over, unit number 3. So let us understand what are the contents there in unit number 3 that we have to learn, and then we will see the unit number 4, and then we'll see the next part. The name of the unit number 4, unit number 3 is here, buildings, green buildings and modern building services. The weightage in terms of teaching hours, it is 5 hours weightage has been given here, and total marks are 8 marks are there for this particular unit. And what are the contents that we are going to learn in this unit? These contents are general idea about substructures, then superstructure, and their various elements and functions. Okay, like foundation, various types of foundation, then plinth, lintel, chajja, roof parapet walls, and then spouts, etc. Okay, for this particular subtopic, the marks are given as a 5 marks. Okay, the hours weightage is 3 hours weightage. Then assessment level here, definition, explanation, and Bloom's level, remembering and understanding. So in last lecture I have told you what about this Bloom's level, understanding level means what, the remembrance level means what. Okay, most of your contents from the first year of engineering, they come under this category. 2 levels, first 2 levels, remembering and understanding levels, right? Subtopic second 3.2, it is about the substructure, the principle of load transfer, then frame action, load bearing and wall bearing. Then comes the 3.3 point here, green buildings, concept of planning and construction of the green building, sustainable development. Here we are going to learn what is the meaning of green building concept, then what is the meaning of sustainable development, that we will learn here. Then comes the 3.4, here the heating, ventilation and air conditioning. Okay, this is basically mechanical point of view. This point is very important, mechanical engineering point of view, heating, ventilation and air conditioning, because they are going to learn the separate unit, separate subject there, rack subject, refrigeration and air conditioning. Okay, this is regarding that. Then elevators, escalators and ramps in the civil engineering, from the civil engineering point of view, and fire safety for the buildings. So these are the contents that you are going to learn the unit number 3. Unit number 4, it contains the surveying, remote sensing and GIS is the name of this unit. In this unit, you are going to learn the basic principles of surveying, then classification of surveying, then fundamentals of, actually this part number 2 and 3, this is called as the advanced surveying. Okay, here you are going to learn the basic surveying, and here you are going to learn what is the advanced surveying. In advanced surveying comes the remote sensing, GIS and GPS. So these are the terms that we are going to learn here. What are that in details in this particular unit number 4. So these are the contents of the our syllabus here. These are the textbook and these are the reference books that you can use or refer for doing the study in details. First is the Elements of Civil Engineering by S.S. Bhavikatti. Then second book is the Building Construction and Drawing by the Bindra and Arora. Then third is the Essentials of the Civil Engineering by Rangwala. Then Basics of Remote Sensing and GS by S. Kumar. These are the reference books, and these are the textbooks, and these are the reference books below here. Manual on the Green Building by the Kolatkar. Energy Efficient Buildings in India by Mili Mujumdar. Then Construction Technology Volume 1 and 2 by Chobe. Then Momluk MS and this Zenith Sky JP, Materials for Civil Engineering, Construction Engineering by Pearson Publication. These are the reference books have been given by university for here. Also, there are our notes, handwritten notes. You can refer that also for doing the study purpose. Okay. Now here, next point is about course outcome that we are going to see here. Course outcomes. So, as already I have told you that our university has started following the that object OBE, object based education, outcome based education, OBE, outcome based education, and we are doing the next and MBA for our colleges. So we should know what are the course outcomes in our syllabus. Okay, for the for every course means subject, for that particular subject or that course, what are the various objective that for the outcomes should be there, that should be known to all the students. So at the end of the students will be able to, okay, means at the end of this course you will be able to learn these qualities or these skills in you, or you can have the knowledge. Okay, this is the first outcome. This is the second outcome, third, fourth, and fifth. There are five course outcomes there in this our for this particular course. What is the first course outcome? Describe. Students will be able to describe the role of civil engineer in the development of the society and the relationship of civil engineering with the other branches of engineering and technology. Now, at the end of the course, you will be able to describe what is the role of civil engineer, okay, in the development of the society. You are going to learn that thing in the unit number 1. There you will understand how civil engineer can help to uh, in doing various projects, and how he helps for the development of the society and the nation at large. Then you will be able to understand what is the relationship of civil engineering with the other branches of engineering, like mechanical engineering, then computer engineering, then electrical engineering. So how this civil engineering can be helpful to these other branches of engineering, that also you are going to learn in the unit number 1. Okay. Then at the end of the course, you will be able to explain various elements of environment and water resources management. So right now you may not be aware about all these points, but at the end of the course, after 3 months or 4 months, you will be able to understand, you will be able to tell or explain what are the various elements of the environment. Then you will have the knowledge about the water resources management. Okay, you will have the knowledge regarding what is water supply system. Then you will learn what is wastewater supply system or wastewater system. Then in water management, you will be able to learn, understand what are the various methods of application of water, furrow method, then drip irrigation method, sprinkler method. All this information, what are the various types of dams are there, that you are going to learn, and that you will be able to explain these things to the others. Then you will be able to explain what is transportation engineering, then what is the buildings, then you will be able to explain what are the various concepts of green buildings, then what is the meaning of remote sensing, GIS, GPS. So this is one outcome that has been mentioned here. Then third objective is, or outcome is, you will be able to identify the power producing or absorbing systems and related transmission system. So this objective number 3, 4, 5, these objectives comes from the basic mechanical engineering, and these first two objectives, these are from the basic civil engineering. Okay. So at the end of the course, here you are simultaneously you are learning basic mechanical engineering also. So at the end of the course, you will be able to understand, you will be able to identify the power producing, then what are the various systems, power absorbing systems are there. Then you will be able to learn related transmission systems. Then comes the, you will be able to explain various machining or joining processes implemented in everyday life, right? And you will be able to determine heat and work quantum during the different thermodynamics processes. Okay, so these are the various outcomes. Means you, at the end of the course, all the students will be able to will have this skill sets, or you can have this much capability by learning this particular course. Okay, now let us move in actual learning the subject this basic civil engineering. The unit number 1 is the introduction to civil engineering and infrastructure. Okay, so that we are going to start here now. These are the various assignment questions. These questions, first of all, you should know. You can take the screenshot of it, or you can take this assignment questions from the PPT's link, which is provided in your teaching diary. टीचिंग डायरी मध्ये तुम्हाला जी पीपीटीची लिंक प्रोव्हाइड केली आहे तिथून तुम्ही हे डाउनलोड करू शकताय. पीपीटीज डाउनलोड करा आणि तिथून ते असाइनमेंट क्वेश्चन तुम्ही लिहून घेऊ शकताय. और इफ यू वांट टू राइट इट नाउ यू कॅन राइट इट नाउ. It's up to you. Let me know from your side. Should I dictate this assignment question right here, or you can note it down afterwards? Anyone?
We will note down afterwards.
Okay, no problem. Because it will save our time if I go on dictating all these things here. There is a advantage of this technology is that you can take the screenshot in your mobile, and that screenshot you can watch it later on, and you can note down that assignment questions in your notebook. All these questions, one or twice it has been asked in examination, once or twice. All these questions have been asked in university examination. That's why these are important questions. You can that has been included in assignments. You can write down this assignment questions later on. Okay. So now let us define actually what is civil engineering. Okay. Before going ahead, we should know what is basic definition of civil engineering. What is civil engineering actually? Many times what happens, with those students or those persons who are not related to the civil engineering, they will have very narrow approach or narrow perspective regarding civil engineering. That narrow approach or perspective is that civil engineering is just related to the construction of the buildings, right? That will be the particular construction of the buildings, roads, and whatever the structure they know, they will have their limited definition or concept of civil engineering. So from this definition, you will get a clear-cut idea about what is civil engineering is. Okay, all about civil engineering. Civil engineering, nothing but it is the branch of engineering which deals with the planning. Now, all these words have their own meaning, in-depth meaning. They have the broad perspective. They have the broad meaning. It deals with the planning, then designing, then estimating, then execution, maintenance of structure. Okay. हे सगळं काय कशासाठी करायचंय? This you can divide this definition in various phrases like this. Okay, up to here this is one phrase, maintenance of structures. Like आता इथून एक phrase तयार झाला up to this one. Okay, structures like bridges, buildings, roads, railways, dams, bridges, you can add it here, etc. up to here is called as civil engineering. Okay, so what is civil engineering? Civil engineering is nothing but it is the branch of engineering which deals with. So इथपर्यंतचा पार्ट हा सगळ्या डेफिनेशन साठी लागू पडतो, सगळ्या ब्रांच साठी इथपर्यंतचा पार्ट हा लागू पडतो. Which deals with what? Which deals with planning. Planning of what? Planning of all these structures like what? Building, roads, railways, dams, bridges. Then designing of what? Designing of all the structures. Estimating of what? All the structures. Execution of what? Execution of all the structures. Maintenance of what? Maintenance of all the structures. Okay. This civil engineer has to perform all this multitasking he has to do. So you should know the meaning of each words here. Planning. Okay. What is the meaning of planning? For example, if you want to establish a small town here, okay, township, then on that barren land, if there is a one piece of land is there, and if you want to develop a township here in this particular land of piece of land, then we cannot go for directly construction of the homes at anywhere. For that purpose, we need to prepare the town plan. Okay, that you can apply town plan. We have to prepare that plan, means at which location the housing societies will be there, then where there will be space for theater, where there will be any other offices or grocery shops are there, then garden is there, then from where these roads will go. Okay, then from where the water supply line will go, and then from where the drainage line all this information, it is to be shown on the map, and that map we call it as the town plan. Okay, plan, and this plan has to be done at first, and that is called as the planning. So this planning, just I have given one examples. This can be applicable for any kind of work that we do. For example, if you want to construct a dam, then for the construction of dam, you will require the planning. You need to find out the most appropriate site for the construction of dam. Okay, there are various condition or criteria where which should be considered while the construction of dam. So like the narrow that river should be narrow at that particular point so that cost of construction can be reduced. Again, here large quantity of water has to be stored. So all these points that need to be understand, that needs to be planned thoroughly, and that's come under this particular title, planning. So this planning has to be done. Then comes the designing. Okay, designing of what? Designing means what? Suppose we have made here the plan, that's the dam construction is to be done here, but what should be the size of the dam? Okay, what should be the capacity, what should be the dimensions, what will be its length, what will be its width, what will be its height? Okay, how much material it will require there? All this come under this regarding the dimension. Okay, length, width, height. Okay, these are the dimensions. So that is nothing but designing of the that particular structure. Then comes the estimating. Estimating means what? How much quantity of material will be required here for the construction of this dam? How much stones will be required? How much sand will be required? How much concrete will be required? Okay, how many laborers are required for the construction of this particular work? And then total cost, how much total cost it will cost for the construction of this dam? All this come under this estimation word. Next come the execution. Now estimation we have done, suppose 10 crores is the cost that is going to incur for the construction of this particular dam. Then comes the execution part. Now here execution, for execution also will require the engineer, civil engineer for execution of work according to plan at which location we have to do the excavation for the foundation, and after that foundation we will do the construction of the foundation here. Then step by step the construction of the dams or construction of any other particular structure, it is going to take place there in the supervision of engineer, and that work is called as the execution. Okay, after construction of any structure, it may be either it may be building, road, railways, dams, bridges. Every object, that particular structure, it has lifespan, and every object, manufactured object or any object which is produced, it has some drawbacks. It may have some problems after some years, right? For example, if you purchase the bike, आपण एखादी गाडी जर घेतली तर ती गाडी पण काय होते काही वर्षानंतर त्याच्यामध्ये मेंटेनन्स निघतो, की आपण काय करतो, मग गॅरेजमध्ये घेऊन जातो आणि त्याच्यामध्ये दुरुस्ती वगैरे करून आणतो. सिमिलरली एनी स्ट्रक्चर, सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग स्ट्रक्चर, after some years it may start creating some problems. So at that time we must go for the maintenance of that structures, and that also part of the civil engineering. Okay, तो पण civil engineering चा एक part आहे. For that also we will require the engineer for that purpose. Okay, so this is the definition. So for the explanation of this civil engineering definition, I had taken I think nearly 10 minutes for just explaining the definition. So while explaining this definition, we have seen a lot many things here. So once again we will repeat this definition. Now you will have more understanding, more clear understanding about the what is civil engineering after reading this definition. Now already just we have understood the things here. Civil engineering, again, the branch of engineering which deals with the planning, then designing, estimating, execution, maintenance of structures like buildings, roads, railways, dams, etc. Means there are a lot many other structures like bridges. You can add here. You can add canals. Okay, that lot many structures. All the structures will come here, and this is called as the civil engineering. Okay, this is the definition of civil engineering. Is there any doubt to anyone regarding this now definition? Any query?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
scope of civil engineering. Why one should understand, why should one should learn the civil engineering, or why all the civil engineer, all the engineers rather, civil, not in civil engineer particularly, all the engineers, why they should know why, what is civil engineering, what is the scope or importance of civil engineering, that we will understand now. Okay. Civil engineering is all about the civics. Civics म्हणजे काय? पब्लिक. ओके, सिविक्स म्हणजे पब्लिक, ह्युमन बिंग्स. सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग मध्ये जे आपण शिकतो ते, त्याच्यामध्ये आपण काय शिकतो, जे पीपल आहेत, ऑल द पीपल्स विच आर लिव्हिंग इन पर्टिक्युलर कंट्री ऑर एनी पर्टिक्युलर सिटी, यांच्या निगडीत असलेल्या बेसिक गरजा जे आपल्याला भागवायचे, बेसिक नीड्स, हे पूर्ण करण्यासाठी लागणारे जे काही स्ट्रक्चर्स आहेत, ओके, ते स्ट्रक्चर कन्स्ट्रक्ट करणे, त्याचं जे आपण मागाच्या डेफिनेशन मध्ये बघितलं, प्लॅनिंग, डिझाईन, एस्टिमेटिंग, सगळं, that is nothing but civil engineering. So what are the basic needs? What is the main basic need of human being? So basic need of human being is first of all, food is there, okay, but civil engineering not going to do the farming, okay, that is part of the farmers. But whatever the water required for the for this agricultural land, how that water has to be taken to the agricultural land from the river, ओके, रिव्हर मध्ये आपण त्या ठिकाणी डॅम कन्स्ट्रक्ट करतो आणि त्या डॅमचं पाणी आपण एक कॅनॉलद्वारे आपण त्या शेतीपर्यंत नेतो. सो देअर ऑल्सो यू कॅन सी द सिव्हिल इंजिनियर हॅज हेल्प हिअर फॉर द कल्टिवेशन ऑर फॉर द क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन, राईट. म्हणजे फूड सिक्युरिटी करण्यासाठी पण सिव्हिल इंजिनियरची आपल्याला खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणामध्ये आपल्या या ठिकाणी गरज असते. सो फूड इज वन ऑफ अवर नीड. देन कम्स द शेल्टर, ओके, आपल्याला निवारा पाहिजे, अन्न, वस्त्र, निवारा, ह्या माणसाच्या मूलभूत गरजा आहेत. त्यातलं सेकंड जे आहे तो shelter. तर हे shelter is nothing but building, construction of the homes, construction of the various types of buildings. All this is done by the civil engineer. Okay. And third come the अन्न, वस्त्र, निवारा, कपडे वगैरे जे आपले आहेत ते जे वेगळे आपण फॅक्टरीज आपण इस्टॅब्लिश करतो, त्या फॅक्टरीचं कन्स्ट्रक्शन असेल, त्या फॅक्टरीसाठी आपल्याला लागणारं प्लॅनिंग असेल, फॅक्टरीसाठी लागणारं पाणी असेल, त्याचं वेस्ट जनरेट झालेलं फॅक्टरीमधलं वाहून घेऊन जायचं असेल, ओके, इट मे बी एनी क्लॉथ इंडस्ट्री or any industry which is going to construct the different types of clothes or the garments. Okay, या ठिकाणी पण आपल्याला सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंगची खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणामध्ये गरज भासते. We will require for the development of any nation, roads are very important. So the roads are constructed by the civil engineer. Transportation is very important for the any development of any nation. Okay, once in US, America, one of their president, he has told that US is rich because of its roads. ओके, युएस जो आहे, युएस मधले रोड हे चांगले जे आहेत ते ह्याच्यामुळे नाहीत की युएस रिच आहे म्हणून. युएस रिच कशामुळे, तर तिथले रोड चांगले आहेत, त्याच्यामुळे युएस हा रिच आहे, असं तिथल्या प्रेसिडेंटनी म्हटलं होतं. द सेम इज अप्लिकेबल टू एनी कंट्री. ज्या देशाचा ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन चांगलं आहे, ज्या देशामधले रोड चांगले आहेत, रेल्वे नेटवर्क चांगलं आहे, त्यानंतर एअर वेज चांगले आहेत, ज्या देशामधलं कम्युनिकेशन चांगलं आहे, that country has a vast scope for the development. त्या तो जो देश आहे त्या देशाचा विकास हा खूप जलद गतीने चांगल्या प्रकारे त्या ठिकाणी होतो. ओके, सो सिव्हिल इंजिनियर दे कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट व्हेरी इन लार्ज वी कॅन से अमाउंट बाय कन्स्ट्रक्टिंग द रोडवेज, रेल्वेज, देन वॉटरवेज. कॅनॉलमधून पण बऱ्याच काही सिटीमध्ये कॅनॉलमधून किंवा रिव्हरमधून ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन होतं, जहाजा वगैरे शिप त्या ठिकाणी, त्याला आपण वॉटरवेज म्हणतो. So all this do the civil engineer. Okay, so let us understand here one by one in detail. Civil engineering deals with the following words like it provides the shelter, okay, built environment, which is one of the essential needs of the human beings for the peaceful and comfortable life. Okay, माणसाला जर पीसफुल आणि कम्फर्टेबल जर लाईफ जगायचं असेल तर प्रत्येक माणसाला निवारा पाहिजे, प्रत्येक माणसाला एक बिल्डिंग पाहिजे, घर पाहिजे. ठीक आहे. Now in building again, we will have the different types of buildings. Buildings can be your home, okay, house we can say. Buildings can be any commercial buildings. It may be shop, it may be offices, okay. Then it can be your school building ahe, college buildings ahe, then cinema theater ahe. All these are the buildings, okay. Then stadium is there, okay. Then we will require the buildings for the various factories. Factories मध्ये आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी factories construction करावं लागतील. All these are the come under the buildings. This all is done by the civil engineer. Okay, this is the main and very important we can say function of civil engineer to construct all different varieties of buildings in the society. Okay. Then it provides the water supply schemes for drinking and processing. Okay. कुठलाही गाव असेल कुठलंही शहर असेल त्या शहरामध्ये आपल्याला पिण्याचं योग्य पाणी जे योग्य पिण्याचं पाणी हे भेटलं पाहिजे सफिशियंट क्वांटिटीमध्ये भेटलं पाहिजे. So for that purpose we will require some source of water. It may be river, it may be open well, it may be bore well, आणि हे पाणी तिथून सिटीमध्ये आणणं त्याच्यावरती प्रोसेस करणं आणि ते प्रत्येक घरापर्यंत गेलं पाहिजे. हे सगळी जबाबदारी कोण बघतं तर ते बघितलं जातं बाय सिव्हिल इंजिनियर. ओके.
बाबाला जेसीपी आलाय ती हे करायला ती बाबळा ते काढते.
Have attention that you should not unmute yourself meanwhile if you listen until it is required, and sometimes it happens that by mistake it will get open. Okay, you will get unmuted. So those students who don't have the attention, such things may happen randomly with them. So have attention in the lectures. If you are unable to, if you are not understanding anything, you can unmute and you can ask the questions. Okay. Let me know from your side whether I am going fast or the speed is sufficient, or should I reduce the speed? Yes, anyone? Speed reduce करते का थोड़ा मी?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will reduce my speed. काय झाले आपले मागच्या 2 आठवड्यातून आपले 2 लेक्चर मिस झालेले आहेत ड्यू टू युअर ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम, and we have only 3 lectures per week. There are a lot of things that you need to learn here. Syllabus vast आहे, and I think due to that psychology I might be going in somewhat hurry. थोडं जरा फास्ट मी या ठिकाणी घेतोय असं तुम्हाला कदाचित वाटत असेल. ओके, सो आय विल रिड्यूस माय स्पीड समवॉट. And is it required to speak in Marathi or English is okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, means you are understanding whatever I am saying. No problem. See, water supply scheme हे पण जे प्रोव्हाइड करण्याचं काम कोण करत असतं तर सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग आपण त्या ठिकाणी करतो. So you can imagine what is the scope of civil engineering has. It provides building for installation of machinery, industry, power station, mills, factories, as well as buildings for other purposes like other human activities such as entertainment and sports. Just now we have discussed about all these buildings here. Okay, installation of the machineries. For example, any one factory is there. Okay, and in that factory we require large number of machineries. For that we require to construct the shed. Okay, त्यासाठी आपण shed construct करावा लागतो. Then industry power station. पॉवर स्टेशन जर आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी हे करायचं असेल, पॉवर जनरेशन स्टेशन जे असतात, इट मे बी थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट असेल, इट मे बी वॉटर पॉवर प्लांट असेल. ओके, हायड्रो पॉवर प्लांट म्हणतो आपण त्याला. ओके, ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ हायड्रो पॉवर प्लांट्स, देन थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट कन्स्ट्रक्शन करायचं असेल, देन इट रिक्वायर्स द हेल्प ऑफ सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग. देन मिल्स, गिरणी असतील, कुठल्याही कापड गिरणी असेल, शुगर फॅक्टरी असेल, ऑल दिस कन्स्ट्रक्शन ऑफ दिस इज डन बाय द सिव्हिल इंजिनियर. ओके, ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ फॅक्टरीज. एंटरटेनमेंट अँड स्पोर्टमध्ये वी हॅव सीन स्टेडियम्स, वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे स्टेडियम आहेत, इंडोर स्टेडियम, आउटडोर स्टेडियम, और सिनेमा थिएटर्स, और एनी अदर रिक्रिएशनल हॉल, construction of that function hall, marriage function hall. Okay, all this construction has been done, it is being done by the civil engineering. Okay, it provides irrigation works which supply and increase the food production of the country. Just now we have seen irrigation works means construction of the dams. Then from the dam water has to be carried to the agricultural land. To carry that water from the dam to the agricultural land, you will require the construction of the canals. Okay, sometimes nowadays the lift irrigation schemes are also implemented where sometimes we have to lift the water with the help of pump. Okay, म्हणजे सोर्स ऑफ वॉटर हा खाली असतो आणि या ठिकाणी पंप हाऊस त्या ठिकाणी कन्स्ट्रक्ट केला जातो आणि ऍग्रिकल्चर लँड ही समवॉट या ठिकाणी अशी असते आणि हे पाणी आपलं उचलून इथपर्यंत न्यायचं असतं आणि इथून परत हे बाय ग्रॅव्हिटी फ्लो होतं. सो इथपर्यंत पाणी नेण्यासाठी आपल्याला पंप हाऊस लागेल. लिफ्टिंग ऑफ वॉटर हॅज टू बी डन. ओके सर, हे पाईपलाईनचं डिझाईन असेल, कन्स्ट्रक्शन असेल किंवा पंप हाऊसचं डिझाईन कन्स्ट्रक्शन आहे. सो ऑल दिस टास्क इज डन बाय द civil engineer for the irrigation purpose. Okay. Then it provides the communication facilities like roadways, railways, bridges, airports, docks and harbors, etc. Okay. ज्याला आपण बंदर वगैरे म्हणतो त्याचं कन्स्ट्रक्शन, शिप वगैरे आल्यानंतर कंटेनर वगैरे जे आलेले असतात पोर्ट वरती ते त्या ठिकाणी हे करणं, सामान वगैरे उतरणं, जे आलेले पॅसेंजर आहेत त्यांना हे करणं, त्याचं कन्स्ट्रक्शन जे आहे दॅट इज ऑल्सो डन बाय द सिव्हिल इंजिनियर्स, without which the development is impossible. Without this communication facility, development of any nation, any society, it is impossible. See how much vast scope is there for the civil engineer. Okay, everywhere you will require a lot many civil engineers for the construction of all these structures. And then not only for the construction, civil engineering is required for the planning, for the design, he is required for the execution work, he is required for the estimation work, he is required for the maintenance work. ओके, एकदा कन्स्ट्रक्शन झालं की संपलं असं नाहीये, तर त्याचा मेंटेनन्स पार्ट पण असतो. ओके, मेंटेनन्स करण्यासाठी पण आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी इंजिनियर्स लागतात. ओके, सो दिस वॉज अबाउट द स्कोप ऑफ सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग. लेट मी नो फ्रॉम युअर साइड व्हॉट इज युअर प्रॅक्टिस इन अदर सब्जेक्ट. दुसऱ्या विषयामध्ये तुम्ही काय करताय? नोट्स पण सुद्धा सायमल्टेनियसली लिहून घेताय का फक्त ऐकताय?
नोट्स नंतर लिहून घेतो सर.
ओके, बट ऍटलिस्ट यू गो ऑन रायटिंग द टायटल्स ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट. ओके, टायटल जे आपण शिकतोय ते तर तुम्ही त्या ठिकाणी लिहून घ्या. या ठिकाणी सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग हे डेफिनेशन, राईट ऑन दिस डेफिनेशन ऍटलिस्ट इन युअर नोटबुक. डेफिनेशन देन यू कॅन राईट. येस,
या पीपीटी सेंड करा ना.
पीपीटी सेंड केलेले आहेत मी. तुमच्या लिंक, तुम्ही लिंक ओपन करून बघितली आहे कधी?
हो केलेत सर.
हा, तर त्या ठिकाणी पीपीटीज आहेत, यू कॅन टेक इट फ्रॉम देअर. देन ऍटलिस्ट राईट ऑन द टायटल. नोटबुक मध्ये टायटल लिहून घ्या, नाहीतर उगाच तुम्ही ते मी एक गोष्ट सांगितल्यासारखं सांगणार, तुम्ही तिकडून ऐकणार, परत 1-2 दिवसानंतर ते सगळंच उडून जाणार डोक्यातून आणि परत विचारणार सर हा पॉईंटच झाला नव्हता. राईट, असं होऊ शकतं. सो दॅट्स वाय ऍटलिस्ट write down the points, whatever the points you are going to learn there. Civil engineering, first of all, you have written here definition. You have seen the definition of civil engineering. Then write down next title, scope of civil engineering. Right. Then write down the next title, disciplines or branches of civil engineering. Disciplines or sub branches we can call, branches of civil engineering. These are the various sub branches of civil engineering: architecture and town planning, building materials, construction technology, environmental engineering, then geotechnical engineering, hydraulics, water resources and irrigation engineering, remote sensing and GIS. Okay, actually it is the part of surveying. You can club these to surveying and remote sensing and GIS, then structural engineering, and last one transportation engineering. So here we are going to see in details this all branches of civil engineering. You can write down the title there, branches of civil engineering or disciplines of civil engineering, and note down this all branches of civil engineering: structural, geotechnical, foundational engineering, fluid mechanics, transportation, environmental, water resources, surveying, and remote sensing. Note it down in your notebook. So details of these all branches we are not going to write it down in your notebook, but at least you should know what are the various branches or the disciplines of civil engineering. Structural, then geotechnical, then comes foundation, fluid mechanics, transportation, environmental, water resources, surveying and remote sensing. Is it over? Now let us see what is structural engineering. You can see on the screen, these are the various big structures like this. So structural engineering is all about construction of the RCC structure, then steel structures. Okay, it's design and planning, design and execution of that. It's about the structural engineering. So if any person has done the M.Tech in structural engineering, he can do the design of such large monuments, buildings like this. Then Burj Khalifa, you might have heard about it. You might have seen that structure. So nowadays, very big structures are being constructed by civil engineers. So all these are possible because of the structural engineering. In this branch, what is studied basically, the structural engineering, it deals with the design and methods of construction of structures ranging from building to the bridges. Okay, all these bridges comes under the structural engineering. Any structure where the reinforced cement concrete is used and where the steel is used, there you will require to take the help of structural engineering. Okay, here this deals with the planning and design of structural element. Okay, like beams, columns, slabs. These components of the building we are going to learn in the next unit in building construction. I think name of the unit. There you are going to learn the various building components, right? So here basically there are two methods which are used for the design of any structure. These methods are work is called as the working stress method, and second one is the limit state method. Okay. Nowadays, this limit state method is commonly used. This is very less frequently used because it is more accurate with the design and it minimizes the wastage of material. Okay, limit state method. And what are the applications here? The design of structural elements, then failure analysis of collapsed structure, then rehabilitation of old structure. एखादं जुनी बिल्डिंग झाली असेल तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला नूतनीकरण करायचं असेल बिल्डिंगचं तर ते कसं करता येईल, त्यातला कुठला पार्ट आपल्याला काढला पाहिजे आणि कोणता त्या ठिकाणी बदलला पाहिजे जेणेकरून त्याचं स्ट्रक्चरल स्टॅबिलिटी आपल्याला मेंटेन झाली पाहिजे. So all this these are the applications of this structural engineering. Then comes the geotechnical engineering. Geotechnical engineering is all about the earth, soil and the rocks. Okay, जे जमिनीवरती आपण कुठल्याही बिल्डिंगचं आपल्याला जर कन्स्ट्रक्शन करायचं असेल, कुठल्याही स्ट्रक्चरचं ज्यावेळेस आपण कन्स्ट्रक्शन करतो, ऍट दॅट टाइम यू शुड नो व्हॉट इज द स्ट्रॅटा ऑफ द सॉइल देअर. त्या ठिकाणी सॉइलचा स्ट्रॅटा कसा आहे हे आपल्याला माहित असणं गरजेचं आहे. ठीक आहे. इफ द सॉइल इज सॉफ्ट सॉइल देअर and if you go on doing construction on that soft soil, the structure, suppose for example building we have constructed there on the soft soil, then after some days or some years what is going to happen, the cracks are going to develop inside the building because there will be settlement of the building, settlement of the foundation. हे सॉफ्ट स्ट्रॅटावरती जर आपण बिल्डिंग बांधली असेल तर त्या बिल्डिंगचं त्या ठिकाणी काय होतं, बिल्डिंग धसते आणि याच्यावरती भिंतीवरती वगैरे क्रॅक्स आपल्याला पाहायला मिळू शकतात. त्यासाठी जमिनीची त्या ठिकाणी हार्ड स्ट्रेटा असणं गरजेचं आहे, ज्याला मराठीमध्ये आपण म्हणतो धर आहे का हे आपण त्या ठिकाणी चेक करतो. ते जर माती त्या ठिकाणी सफिशियंटली कमी डेप्थवरती जर अवेलेबल असेल देन वी गो फॉर द कन्स्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द होम्स. जनरली आपण पाहतो की नदीच्या कडेला वगैरे आपल्याला डेव्हलपमेंट जास्त दिसत नाही. ओके, नदी जर अशी असेल तर नदीच्या पात्राभोवती किंवा त्या एरियामध्ये ज्या ठिकाणी मातीची डेप्थ खूप जास्त आहे अशा ठिकाणी आपल्याला जास्त डेव्हलपमेंट नाही दिसत कन्स्ट्रक्शन झालेली. त्याच्यापासून जास्त या बाजूला जास्त डेव्हलपमेंट आपल्याला पाहायला मिळते, कारण या ठिकाणी फाउंडेशन हे खूप वरती लागतं आपल्याला, हार्ड स्ट्रेटा हा इझिली वरती लागतो आणि त्यामुळे इकडे डेव्हलपमेंट जास्त व्हायला लागते. आणि जर या ठिकाणी कन्स्ट्रक्शन करायचं म्हणलं तर आपल्याला काय करावं लागतं, हे एवढी एक्सकॅव्हेशन या ठिकाणी करावं लागतं. बराचसा पैसा आपला एक्सकॅव्हेशन मध्ये खर्च होऊन जातो. ही जी ब्लॅक कॉटन सॉइल वगैरे असली इथली ते आपण एक्सकॅव्हेट करून दुसरीकडे आपण हलवणार आणि इथं परत आपल्याला खोलवरती फाउंडेशन घ्यावं लागतं. RCC construction, we have to construct, do the construction. Okay, and cost of construction, it increases unnecessarily. So that's why many people, what they prefer the hard strata, and they invest only small amount for the construction of the foundation, and they do the construction of their homes. Okay. So for geotechnical engineering is all about that. Even also in construction of the roads also, roadच्या पण construction मध्ये जर तिथली काळी माती वगैरे जर असेल त्या ठिकाणी ती आपण जर नाही काढली, तसं जर आपण वरून रोड तयार केला, then after some days, some years, what is going to happen? Undulations you will observe there. तर रोड जो आहे तो काय होतं, वरती ह्याच्यावरून खूप हेवी व्हेकल्स जात असतात, ट्रक जातात, त्याच्यानंतर मोठमोठे ट्रॅक्टर जातात, बरोबर आहे. तर त्याच्यामुळे काय होतं, तो जो रोड आहे त्याचं अनइव्हन सेटलमेंट होतं, किंवा आपण त्याला म्हणतो डिफरन्शियल सेटलमेंट. अनइव्हन किंवा डिफरन्शियल सेटलमेंट. काही ठिकाणी रोड हा खाली असा त्या ठिकाणी खड्डा पडतो, काही ठिकाणी चढ होतो, काही ठिकाणी खड्डा पडतो. अशा पद्धतीचे रोड्स आपल्याला काही ठिकाणी पाहायला भेटतात. ठीक आहे. दिस हॅपन्स बिकॉज त्याच्या खालची जी रोडच्या खालची जी सॉइल असते ती सॉइल जी आहे ती एक्सपान्शन होते आणि त्याचं कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन एक्सपान्शन होतं. अशी सॉइल जी सॉइल आहे जसं की ब्लॅक कॉटन सॉइल असते आपली काळी माती, अशी जर त्या ठिकाणी सॉइल असेल तर ती सॉइलचं आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी एक्सकॅव्हेशन केलं पाहिजे, काढून टाकली पाहिजे आणि त्या ठिकाणी मुरुम वगैरे आणून टाकला पाहिजे. सो सध्या जे रोडची कामं चालू आहेत आपल्या पंढरपूर तालुक्याच्या किंवा पंढरपूरच्या आसपासच्या परिसरामध्ये, यू माइट बी हॅव सीन दॅट ज्या ठिकाणी काळी माती तिथली काळी माती ही पूर्णपणे काढून टाकलेली आहे आणि त्या ठिकाणी त्यांनी मुरुम आणून टाकलेला आहे. ओके. मुरुम जो आहे तो मुरुम हा एक्सपांड होत नाही किंवा कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट होत नाही जसं काळी माती होते. ओके. सो दॅट इज द फॅसिलिटी, दॅट इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ दॅट पर्टिक्युलर सॉइल. आणि त्याच्यानंतर त्याच्यावरती कॉम्पॅक्शन वगैरे केले जाते. ओके. अँड दॅट कॉम्पॅक्शन हॅज टू बी डन ॲट ऑप्टिमम मॉइश्चर कंटेंट. जास्त पाणी पण टाकून चालत नाही, कमी पाणी टाकून पण चालत नाही. ऑप्टिमम मॉइश्चर कंटेंट जे आहे ते आपण लॅबमध्ये फाइंड आउट करून घेतो. जिओटेक्निकल इंजिनिअरिंग लॅब आपल्याकडे असते, आपल्या डिपार्टमेंटला आहे. GT लॅब म्हणतो आपण त्याला. त्या GT लॅबमध्ये आपल्याकडे वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे इक्विपमेंट्स आहेत. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण हे ऑप्टिमम मॉइश्चर कंटेंट वगैरे कसं फाइंड आउट करायचं आपण हे त्या ठिकाणी पाहतो. तेवढा जो ऑप्टिमम मॉइश्चर आहे तेवढं जर आपण त्याच्यामध्ये पाणी टाकलं त्या मातीमध्ये आणि त्याचं जर कॉम्पॅक्शन केलं तर ते कॉम्पॅक्शन केलेलं खूप हे स्ट्रॉंग कॉम्पॅक्शन होतं आणि आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी मॅक्झिमम डेन्सिटी अचीव्ह होते. ओके. ती जी सॉइल आपण कॉम्पॅक्ट केली त्याची डेन्सिटी ही मॅक्झिमम डेन्सिटी आपल्याला भेटते. त्यामुळे आपल्याला हे कॉम्पॅक्शन आहे ते पण ऑप्टिमम मॉइश्चर कंटेंटला केलं पाहिजे. सो ऑल दिस कम अंडर द जिओटेक्निकल इंजिनिअरिंग. ओके. देन कन्स्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द अर्धन डॅम. आता या डॅम तुम्हाला दिसेल या ठिकाणी मातीचं धरण जे आहे ते या ठिकाणी बांधायला चालू आहे. या ठिकाणी एक्सकॅव्हेशन वगैरे करत आहेत लोक. ओके. सो ऑल दिस कम अंडर दिस पर्टिक्युलर geotechnical engineering. Construction of the earthen structures like earthen dam, then canals, then foundation part. Separately foundation engineering is we have taken separate branch there. So foundation engineering, if we can call that foundation engineering as a sub branch, or it is the part of this geotechnical engineering and structural engineering. Geotechnical engineering, it gives the basic idea about the soil. Okay. geotechnical engineering मध्ये आपण काय करतो, सॉइलच्या वेगवेगळ्या प्रॉपर्टी शिकतो. सॉइलच्या मेकॅनिकल किंवा इंजिनिअरिंग प्रॉपर्टी जे आहेत जसं की पोरोसिटी आहे, देन वाईड रेशिओ आहे, देन शिअर स्ट्रेंथ आहे, कॅपॅसिटी, बेअरिंग कॅपॅसिटी आहे. ह्या सगळ्या प्रॉपर्टी आपण या ठिकाणी शिकतो आणि त्याचे आपण फाइंड आउट करायला शिकतो. प्रॅक्टिकली कशा फाइंड आउट करायच्या आणि त्याचा वापर कसा करायचा प्रॅक्टिकली ते पण आपण या सब्जेक्टमध्ये शिकत असतो. इट डील्स विथ द स्टडी ऑफ प्रॉपर्टीज अँड बिहेवियर ऑफ सॉइल अंडर लोडिंग अँड चेंजिंग कंडिशन. ओके. सो दिस पर्टिक्युलर फ्लुइड दिस जिओटेक्निकल इंजिनिअरिंग, याच्यामध्ये आपण काय शिकतो, हिअर वी डू द स्टडी ऑफ प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ सॉइल. ओके. सॉइलचे प्रॉपर्टीज जसे मी आता सांगितलं तुम्हाला, डेन्सिटी आहे, त्याच्यानंतर मॉइश्चर कंटेंट आहे, त्याच्यानंतर याची प्रॉपर्टी कोणती आहे, पोरोसिटी आहे, त्याच्यानंतर शिअर स्ट्रेंथ आहे, त्याच्यानंतर बिअरिंग कॅपॅसिटी आहे. These are the properties. Okay. Here we do the study of these properties of the soil and behavior of the soil under loading condition and changing condition. लोडिंग कंडिशन म्हणजे त्याच्यावरती लोड टाकल्यानंतर त्याच्या या प्रॉपर्टीमध्ये काय बदल होतो. ठीक आहे. अनलोडिंग केल्यानंतर त्या ठिकाणी काय बदल होतो. अँड व्हेरियस चेंजिंग कंडिशन मीन्स जर या ठिकाणी लोडिंग केलेलं आहे आणि जर या ठिकाणी पाण्याचा कॉन्टॅक्ट आला मातीचा, त्या केसमध्ये ह्याची बिहेवियर काय बदलेल, whether it will expand, it will contract, or what is going to happen to the shear strength, what is going to happen to the bearing strength, bearing capacity. So this study ज्या याच्यामध्ये आपण करतो, ब्रांच मध्ये करतो, that branch of civil engineering is called as the geotechnical engineering. Okay, it helps to analyze the structures and make it possible to decide the type of foundation for the structure. For example, if you want to construct a multi-story building, एक खूप मोठी आपल्या ठिकाणी बिल्डिंग बांधायची आहे, एक कमर्शियल 10-story building we want to construct here. Then if we are going to construct such a big building, then obviously whatever the load of this building is going to there, that load is going to transmitted to the soil here. Okay, then if you are going to want to construct such a building, then we need to understand what kind of soil is there, whether it is going to bear this load, this soil to bear karu shakel ka, and if that soil is not having that much bearing capacity, in that case what should be done? Should we replace all the soil here, or should we do some modification in that soil properties by adding some chemicals or by doing some other any work, mechanical work there? Okay, so such thing has to be analyzed, and that is done by the geotechnical engineers. Okay, type of structure, suppose there is a black cotton soil, then if such kind of soil is there, then what kind of structure has to be preferred? In that, mat foundation is one kind of foundation is there, mat foundation, or it is also called as raft foundation. Okay, such foundation can be implemented where we can excavate the all soil here up to certain depth, and here we provide the mat foundation over all the surfaces. Okay, if it is very large, that particular construction is very large, then if it is becomes much more costly to excavate all the soil, in that case we can go for the pile foundation also. Okay, this is another type of foundation where depth of soil is very large. Okay, थोडी डेप्थ असेल तर त्या केस मध्ये मॅट फाउंडेशन आपण प्रेफर करू शकतो. But if the depth of soil is up to suppose 10 feet, in that case mat foundation, excavation of this 10 feet soil is not very we can say economical thing. So in that case we can go for the pile foundation. There are different types of pile foundation. Then this geotechnical engineer, they decide what type of foundation has to be go for in that particular type of soil. Okay, it also helps for the designing the pavements of the roadways आपला रोड गेलेला हायवे असेल किंवा डिस्ट्रिक्ट हायवे असेल किंवा स्टेट हायवे असेल, त्याचे जे पेवमेंट्स आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये जे लेयर्स असतात त्याची थिकनेस किती ठेवायची. ओके, खडी असेल तर त्याचा थिकनेस किती ठेवायचा, मोठी खडी छोटी खडी असेल त्याचा थिकनेस किती ठेवायचा, आणि सगळ्यात वरती जो कव्हरिंग असतो त्याचा थिकनेस किती ठेवायचा. ओके, सबग्रेड ह्याचं कॉम्पॅक्शन करणं गरजेचं आहे का, जो सबग्रेड म्हणजे खालचा पार्ट जमिनीच्या खाली जो असतो तो त्याचं कॉम्पॅक्शन करणं गरजेचं आहे का, त्याचं डिझाईनिंग करण्यासाठी, पेवमेंट डिझाईन करण्यासाठी, त्याच्यानंतर डिझाईन ऑफ द अर्धन डॅम्स, मातीचे धरण त्याचं डिझाईन करण्यासाठी, आणि रिटेनिंग वॉल. रिटेनिंग वॉल म्हणजे काय, असा एखादा टेकडी असते आणि त्या टेकडीमध्ये आपल्याला या ठिकाणी हॉटेल वगैरे टाकायचं आहे, तर आपण काय करतो या ठिकाणी एक्सकेव्हेशन करतो. ओके, आणि इथलं मटेरियल आपण या ठिकाणी टाकतो. मग हे एक्सकेव्हेशन केलेला जो पार्ट आहे हा वरचा, फॉर एक्झाम्पल इथला आपण एवढासा पार्ट कट केलाय, एवढा पार्ट कट केलाय, मग हा कट केल्यानंतर पार्ट ती जी माती आहे ती माती या ठिकाणी खाली पडू शकते. मग हे माती जी आहे ती रिटेन करण्यासाठी या ठिकाणी आपण जी वॉल कन्स्ट्रक्ट करतो, दॅट वॉल इज कॉल्ड एज द रिटेनिंग वॉल. ओके, त्याचं जर डिझाईन वगैरे करत असेल तर देन वी विल रिक्वायर द नॉलेज ऑफ दिस जिओटेक्निकल इंजिनिअरिंग. सो अगेन दिस इज द इम्पॉर्टंट ब्रांच ऑफ सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग, जिओटेक्निकल इंजिनिअरिंग. देन कन्स्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द ब्रिजेस, पियर्स इन द रिव्हर मध्ये जे आपण ब्रिज तयार करतो त्या ब्रिजचे पियर्स असतील किंवा अबिटमेंट आहेत त्याचं डिझाईन करण्यासाठी पण आपल्याला या ठिकाणी याचं नॉलेज या ठिकाणी गरजेचं आहे. इट विल बी हेल्पफुल. ओके, yes, are you getting the points what I am explaining here or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here you can see this is the mat foundation they are doing here. After excavation of all the soil here, they are excavated and they are doing construction of the mat foundation. Then comes the foundation engineering. If you make it separate branch, it can be a sub branch of civil engineering. Foundation engineering, here there are lot many types of foundation are there, and each foundation has unique application. Each foundation will be useful in any particular circumstances. Suppose in our home, if we want to do the construction of our home, and if there is a soil strata is available at shallow depth, कमी डेप्थ वरती जर काळी माती त्या ठिकाणी किंवा एक मिनिट या ठिकाणी नोटेशन ऑफ करणं गरजेचं आहे. Where is that option? It is here. Disable annotation. Okay, now. Yes, I was telling you that जर आपला घराचं आपण जे फाउंडेशन करतो, जर शॅलो डेप्थ त्या ठिकाणी अवेलेबल असेल, कमी डेप्थ वरती जर आपला हार्ड स्टेटा त्या ठिकाणी लागला असेल, ओके, जर चांगली धर लागली असेल, तर आपण देन वी कॅन गो फॉर सिंपल फाउंडेशन. ओके, अशा टाईपचं जे फाउंडेशन आहे, सिंपल फाउंडेशन आपण त्या ठिकाणी प्रेफर करू शकतो. जर सॉइल स्टेटा त्या ठिकाणी जास्त डेप्थ वरती असेल, देन वी कॅन गो फॉर दी अदर काइंड ऑफ फाउंडेशन. ओके, किंवा दोन कॉलम जर जवळ आले तर त्या ठिकाणी आपण कंबाईन फुटिंग त्या ठिकाणी प्रेफर करू शकतो. ओके, जर त्या ठिकाणी खूप मोठा लार्ज एरियामध्ये ब्लॅक कॉटन सॉइल पसरले आणि त्याची डेप्थ आहे 2 मीटर किंवा 3 मीटर 4 मीटर पर्यंत, देन वी कॅन एक्सकेवेट ऑल द सॉइल अँड वी कॅन गो फॉर द मॅट फाउंडेशन. ओके, सॉइलची डेप्थ खूप जास्त असेल त्या ठिकाणी वी कॅन गो फॉर द पाईल फाउंडेशन. इन पाईल फाउंडेशन वी कॅन गो फॉर अंडर रिंग पाईल फाउंडेशन. Okay, these are various types of pile foundation or the various types of foundation that we have to decide. Continuous foundation एक प्रकार आहे. कंटिन्युअस म्हणजे जर नंबर ऑफ कॉलम्स हे कंटिन्युअसली त्या ठिकाणी येत असतील, मग प्रत्येकाला सेपरेट फुटिंग देण्यापेक्षा ह्या कंटिन्युअस बीमच त्या ठिकाणी टाकायचे असे फाउंडेशन या ठिकाणी करायचं. दॅट इज कॉल्ड द कंटिन्युअस फुटिंग. So we are going to learn all these types of footings there in the next unit somewhere. Okay, now let us understand what is the foundation engineering here. It deals with the design, construction, maintenance, replacement of the foundation. Okay, so this is the foundation engineering. Design करायचं, construction, maintenance and replacement of the foundation. Application, what are the application? Bearing capacity of the soil या ठिकाणी आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी अगोदर काढावं लागेल. Selection of the suitable site, type of the foundation. Depending upon the type of soil here, we can decide what type of foundation we have to decide. Design of the foundation. आपण एकदा हे टाइप ऑफ फाउंडेशन डिसाइड केलं तर मग त्यानंतर पार्ट आपण त्याचं डिझाईन, म्हणजे याचा वरती येणारा लोड जो आहे तो लोड आपल्याला सगळ्यात अगोदर माहित असणं गरजेचं आहे. तो लोड माहित असेल तरच आपण याचं डिझाईन करू शकतो. ओके, डिझाईन करणं म्हणजेच काय, जे साईज आपण डिफाईन करणं. Then maintenance of the foundation. So maintenance and replacement of the foundation. So all these things come under this foundation engineering. Okay. Now I think time is over. Let me take your attendance. Then you can leave the session. If anyone is having any doubt, you can ask me. That's unmuted. Any doubt? Trupti?
No, sir.
Okay. I have taken your attendance from the participant list. I have taken the screenshot of your attendance. So now you can leave the session. Thank you for your patience listening and having interaction with me.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Yes, who was there? Suraj.
Sir,
It is not necessary to put your roll number and name in the chat window. I have taken the screenshot. I will update your attendance in the attendance list. Yes, anyone?
ते टीचिंग डायरी मध्ये नाही येत ना ह्या स्लाइड, सर.
नाही आहेत.
आहे.
देर आर डिफरंट टॅब्स, वेगवेगळ्या टॅब्स आहेत. त्याच्यामध्ये आपली बेसिक सिव्हिलची एक टॅब असेल BC1 म्हणून लिहिलेली. गो इन देअर. Okay, if you want to see, I will show you how to go there.
ऍडिशनल मटेरियल मध्ये एक लिंक आहे ती ओपन पण नाही होत सर.
कशामध्ये
ऍडिशनल मटेरियल मध्ये
होत नाही का? आणि
नाही.
PPT होते का लिंक ओपन?
PPT
PPT ची लिंक ओपन होत नाहीये.
नाही सर.
लिंकच नाही आहे सर ती.
Okay, 1 minute, I will check. Where is the first year? Yes. एक 5 मिनिटांमध्ये तुम्हाला ते लिंक जे आहे ती लिंक तुम्हाला ऍक्सेस करता येईल. ठीक आहे. आय विल अपडेट इट राईट नाउ. What is not being
Okay, sir.
Unit 1 PPTs. The students, now I'm pasting it here. Now you can observe there the link has come or not, and reply me, respond me. Is it visible to all now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, I have made the PDF and shared it on the drive. Link has been given to you. Okay, now you can leave the session. Is there any doubt regarding the subject? Any problem?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Then let us stop here. Thank you for your interest, showing interest in this subject.